Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I am Olarewaju Oladele Daniel and I am a Flutterflow developer. So today we are going to be looking at building Spotify page. So this is what we're going to be working on today. So this is, we are just going to be building UI. We are not doing any kind of functionalities, but just the UI that we're going to be building. So if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notification whenever I release a new video. So we're going to begin. So now I'm going to I want us to analyze this page together. So now if you check your app itself, now you will notice that this page that we have currently, this is going to be a sliver bar, meaning whenever you scroll, this place is just going to collapse. It's going to collapse and then show just this text here, and then this place are going to be at the top here. So this also is an horizontal scroll or list view, so just like we see here. So we're going to be working on this. So now this is a blank page, as you can see. So I created a blank page, and then what we need to do first is, so I'm going to make this page, this app bar. When I click on the app bar here, so I'm going to make this app bar to be so I'm going to make this app bar to be a sliver bar app bar. So if you check through the properties, you'll see collapsible silver app bar. So you enable this, then also we want to pin it, meaning whenever you scroll to the top, this page, the app bar gets pinned. So and then we want to pin this, and also we want to make it floating. And then so also we want the expanded eyes rather to be 270. And also we want this to be 70, so which is just this app bar here. So now what we need to do is that now we want to design this sliver app bar to look similar to this. Now you notice this is a gradient. There's a gradient at the background. So now we might not be able to achieve this exact gradient because the color, I hardly could get the color from this design here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some similar color. So now I already have a style which I already copied on my clipboard, so I'm going to come here also on the sliver app bar. So we need to make the children to be properties to be centered, and then say also a flexible space. So I'm going to remove this, and then I'm going to add a container inside of this, so it should be inside of the middle here. So I'm going to make this container to take infinite width and infinite height. So this is it here. So and then we still have this app bar color here. So I'm going to remove this app bar color, clear it, and then also make this to be 0. The elevation, you can see there's the color, so I'm just going to make its opacity to be 0. So now we have you can't see the app bar color again. So now this container is still, so now we need to make this container a gradient color. So like I said, I already have a gradient copied already, so I'm going to paste the gradients. Now you can see, so I'm just going to show you what it is. So I have a color which is this color, which is at top here. Then transition point was 0, is 0, and then we have secondary color which is 0.7, which is the background color. So and this is going to be okay, so the secondary background color. And also I'm going to make this the scaffold which is holding all of these widgets, I'm going to make it a secondary background color also. So now you can see that it's rhyming with this. So now the next thing I need to do is, now inside of this container I'm going to drag a column inside of it. Then I'm going to pad everywhere. I'm going to make it to 15 pixels. So if you can see, there is a padding of you can see this is 16, but I'm using 15 to make it you know. So so now the next thing is this icon and also this text that we have here. So I'm going to have drag a role inside of this, then also I'm going to drag an icon. So an icon right here. Then the properties of this role, I'm going to align max alignment to be at the other side. And this icon color should be white. And also let me make this icon color to be 30. So now we have this. So and then it should be primary text. Now I think we have something. Yeah, good. So the next thing is to have this text also. So inside of this column, I'm going to give this column to take the crosshouse element to be just to expand. So now I'm going to add a text widget inside of it, so you can see the text widget expanded. So then next thing I need to do is to style this text widget and make it to be, if we check the font size of this, it should be, the font size is 20. So I'm going to make this text also to the font size to be 20. So we don't have 20 here, so I'm just going to make it 20. Put 20 here, and then it should be bold. So just make it solid. So then let me copy the text that we have here and then paste it right here. So now we have this. So now the next thing for me to do is to use, to display this. Now so for instance, there are different ways which I could achieve this. Now I can go with grid view, but grid view usually give I know problem to kind of walk around to achieve this kind of stuff, especially in Flutterflow. So what I can do is this. Now I'm not going to use a role. So I know some people will say, okay, I can use a role in this kind of thing. So but this is actually going to be a dynamic if you're building this real life, this is going to be a dynamic data. So meaning this is going to be fetched from database. So having a role and now saying, okay, you've now put a container here, and a container here, all of those things, you won't be able to. It's not going to work out well. So now this is going to be dynamic, and then the children, the numbers of items which is going to be there, the maximum which is going to be just 6, is going to display the foxes item inside of this list. So what we can do here is to make this grid, instead of grid, you should make it a wrap. So wrap can generate its children dynamically. So now what we need to do now is to now put a wrap here. Now first of all, if we check here, I think there's also another padding 16, 16. So I'm just going to make it to be 15. So I'm going to add 15 here. So and also at the bottom I'm going to add 15 also. So here I'm going to add my wrap. So there's a widget called wrap. So now this is wrap. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to add a container inside of this wrap. So the container, what it's going to do is, this is the container now. So now the function of wrap is this. If you are familiar with rows, you realize that rows align its children horizontally. So whenever you add a widget inside of a row, it's going to align it horizontally, to continue to align it horizontally. While if you are using a column, it will align its children vertically. So it will not go horizontal but just vertical, which is straight like this. But for wrap we is going to, if the children takes the maximum width of the screen, then it's going to take the children and then put it on the next line, which is on the next line of the it's still inside the wrap. So meaning it's going to wrap the children and make sure that it contains the size of the screen. So for instance, I'm going to test it here so that you see. So here I'm going to duplicate this container, so you see what is going to happen. Now I have another, I'm going to duplicate it again. Now we have 3 containers. Now you will see that this container, the width is more than the remaining space. So what we're going to do, I mean, if I duplicate it now, it's not going to put it at the, I mean, on the side again. It's going to bring it to the next line. So I'm going to duplicate it now. Now you see, you're not seeing anything here, because so if I put my mouse, you can see that this is the container now. There's no any other container again. So if I duplicate another one, you'll see that this is another container here. So that's how wraps works. So I'm going to remove all of this now, and then be what I want to achieve. So now I'm going to make this. Now you will notice, okay, so the height of this, I need to get the height, which is 56. So I'm going to make this height to be 56. Then I'm going to make the width, I'm going to use a percentage, so I'm going to make it 43%. Now I've actually tested, I've done practiced done this already before, so and that's why I was able to get to this accurate result. So the reason is because now inside of this wrap, before I'm going to use this wrap, I'm going to have a spacing of 5, and also a spacing of run spacing, which is going to be 5 also. So if I duplicate this, now this should go on along the line, you can see here. So, or let me put the run spacing to be 10 instead. The spacing should be 10, now you can see, and then this also should be 10. So just like we want to have something like this here. So I'm going to actually make this container to be 44%. So and if I have this also to be 44%, so you can see it still takes the screen, I mean the whole almost the whole space in the screen. So now you can see there's still space here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the wrap, and then make the direction should be horizontal, of course, and then this starting should be centered. So now you can see it's centered this. So now the next thing I need to do is, now I'm going to delete this, so I'll only style this so I can be able to duplicate the rest. So I mean duplicate the same container and achieve the rest of this. So what I need to do is, now you can see the color of this is ash with opacity. So what I need to do is I'm going to color this container, and it also has a border radius, so which is about, if I should scroll down, I think it's about 5, because I've checked this before. So I'm going to give it a border radius of 5 pixels, then 5 radius. Then the color of this container, which is going to be, I'm going to make it ash, and then I'm going to use its opacity. So I think we have similar thing like this now. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a role inside of this. Now this is the role. So now the next thing I need to do is what we need to do now is we have a test here. So we have a role which is going to be inside here, and we have a picture, and then we also have a test which is right here. So what we are going to do, we already added a role, so now we need to add a container. So this is the container. So we are going to make the container to take the height of the container on each side, and then the width should be we're just going to give it a 60 pixels with 60 pixels. All right. So now if you check, you can see that now if you look at the edge of this, so let me zoom in, you can see that it's actually not taking the edge of the child, I mean the mother itself, which is the container inside. So what we need to do is we need to enable clip on this container, so that it's going to clip its children. So now you can see this is the inside of the property, we have clip. So now if you now over away, you can see that it takes, I mean the container inside I mean the child is not overflowing from the mother, so away from the mother rather. So now we have something similar to this. So what we need to do here now, the next thing is we are going to make this container, this container, we're going to add our picture to it. So first of all, we're going to use a background image. So I've imported all of the image which I need to use inside of this project. So we are going to use the image now. So what we need to do, we have our images here. I don't know why it's not showing. Okay, so I'm going to use this as background image. Now we should have the image. Now we need to remove this color, so clear the color. Now we have the image right here. So the next thing for us to do now is to add a test widget. So I'm going to add a test widget. So let me copy the name of this test here. So I'm going to copy this test. Now done. So what I need to do is, if I add a test widget, now you're going to see what's going to happen now. So I'm going to replace it with the test I copied. Now you can see that this overflows to outside of the container. So now to solve this, we normally, you can do something like this, like at the back of the last word, we're going to it's your return key, so it's going to bring it to the next line. But this is not right, because if you're fetching your data dynamically, so then you will need to find a way to, you can't do this this what I did here dynamically. So what we need to do is we need to wrap this inside of another container. So if you wrap this inside of a container, so it's going to take the width of the container. So I'm going to wrap this inside of, you can see it takes the width of the container. Then I'm going to make the container to be expand. So now I'm going to remove the height of the container, so that it's going to take the height of the child. Now you can see. So now the next thing is to remove the color, clear the color. So now we have this. So and inside of the container we need to have a padding left of 10. I think should 10. Let me use 5. So I'm going to give it padding left of 5. So I think this is okay. Yeah. So now this has a font weight of 500. So we're going to use the font weight of 500. Down. So and then the test is 14. So we have 14 already. So now if I minimize this, so now we have something like this now. So what we need to do now, we want to generate, we want to have other ones. So for me to do this, normally if you are generating your data, now if you are fetching your data from backend, what you need to do is to generate these children dynamically. So you come to this query, and then you add the backend query through the collection you want to query on, and then you fetch the data dynamically. Then you assign all of these widgets the value to from the, which is going to be from the backend, also this from the backend. But we're not doing that here. So now what we need to do now is to duplicate this container in six places now. So we are going to duplicate this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we have 5. So now the next thing for us to do is to assign different images to the remaining the rest. So we can just, so now on this I'm going to assign another image. Okay, I'm going to use this here, and this also I'm going to use something else. I'm going to use this, and on this, so I'm going to use another image. I'm going to use this here. going to use another image. So this. I'm not sure this image is going to take the should. Now on this also, yes, it also. So on this also, I'm going to use another one too. So okay, I'll use this. So now I think we have something similar to this now. So the next thing that we need to do here is to copy those tests also and then replace it with what we have there before. So I'm going to replace this with this. Now this is making the whole of these switches. So what I can do here is, now this is taking the whole space here. So this is what I was talking about. So let me check if there's any. Okay, this is due to the screen size. So so what we need to do is we can reduce the font size also for this, so that we will not have something like this. So I'm going to reduce this to be 12, and then this will also be 12, and let's see. Nice. So let me reduce this to be 12 to 12. Also 12. So we have this. Now I'm going to copy this also and paste this right here. I'm going to copy this, paste it right here. This also. Done. So now we have similar things to this. So now our next task is what we need to do next is to have this and then also have this and this. I mean, still the same thing anyway. So we are only going to do, okay, yeah, we'll be doing this also. So what we need to do here is we are going to have a list view here. So also this, so we are going to have a list view right here inside of this. So we're going to remove the column and then replace it with a list view. So this is our list view right here. So and inside of this list view, we are going to have another list view, but before then we need to add a container. So now the container we are going to add a container, so which is going to be inside of this list view. So now the container expanded to left and right view. So and then I think the height is let's see height here. What's the height? The height is 134. So we are going to give it a height of 134 for the container. 134. Let's maybe be assured that this container will take the rest of the width. So now inside of this container we will also have another list view inside of it. So I'm going to define which is going to be list view. Now this is going to be scroll horizontally, so we are going to make it the axis to be horizontal. So now we have it here. So the next thing that we need to have is to have all of this. I'm only going to do this. I'm just going to leave this sample aside. So now what I need to do is to have this also. This is going to be a column. Is going to be inside of a container. So and then inside the column is going to be inside. We have another container. Then this test. So what we're going to do is add a container. So we have the container. So it's going to take the height of the. Should take the height. Let's be sure that it will take the height. So it's going to take the height of the parent. So now the width, it should be also, the width is 100, so let's give it a width of 100. Okay, it's already having a width of 100. Actually, let's give it, okay, so let's give it, because this is not going to be 100 actually. So I'm going to make this width to be, width is actually 100 here. So I mean, okay, so what we need to do next is to have a container inside of, I mean a list, I mean a row, sorry, a column inside of this, and then we are going to have another container inside. Now this container has 100 what's width and the height, and also have a test inside of this place. So the test is sitting inside of this row. So the next thing we need to do is to make the container have a background of background image. So we're going to be, it's going to be asset image. So we're going to use image that we have already. So I'm going to use this also inside of this place. Then I think this is the padding here from here is okay. So now just so we're going to space this container to be the column. We should make it space both side, I mean space evenly. Okay, so now we have this. So the next thing is also, then we can copy the text also. Let's use this. So we can copy this text also and add it here, right? So then now inside of this container we're going to give it a padding of, at least it should have a padding of 10 pixels on the left side, so that we can align the other ones at the side also. So what we'll do now is to duplicate this also. So we'll duplicate this. So now you can see. So I'm going to add one more. So now we have a scrolling list view right here. So so the next thing that we need to do now is to, so can change also this. I'm just going to change just few of these images here. So this is okay. I'm also going to use this, and also I'm going to use this. I'm going to use that one here too. So that's it. So now I need to add a test here. There's a test here. So before that, I'm going to, inside of this still leaves view, so I'm going to add a test widgets right at the top of the list view. So just hold this is so I'm just going to add it right here now. So also this needs to take a padding of left of 15 pixels. So 15. So it should also take 15, although we don't need it here. So but now also it should take 15 here also. So we have that, and it should be, is offside 20 pixels, and it should be bold. 20 pixels and bold. and then so I'm going to copy the test. So now that's it. So inside of this list view, I'm going to part this the list view, this horizontal list view. I'm going to part the containers the left side to be 15 pixels. So we are going to have so that it will be at the edge here. So anyone that scrolls come from this side. So that's it. And this I think is too much also. Okay, it's still the same thing. So the next thing that we need to have here is this also. So I'm going to just duplicate this. I'm going to copy this and paste here. So this should have 15 pixels on top also. 15. So and then I have this list view also. I'm going to make this, copy this also, and then I paste it here again. So this is going to be larger. So this the container. So what I need to do is just to make the container moving this to be a bit bigger. So it's having what's the height here? The height here is, so if I actually look at this, how to get the height there. So what I need to do is I'm just going to before that I'm going to assign another height to this container here. So the height should be, let me give it 150. So you have 150 height, or let's give it 160 or 155. So now 155. Then this one here, the container here should take it should take a width of 150 too. So now you can see, so I think we are achieving what we want. So and then this container should take the size, so it should take the infinite width exactly, and then the height should be 120. So and then also what we need to do something here. We need to just make this to start from the top also, and then make this to take a little padding of about 5 pixels from here. So now I think this is here. So and again there's one thing I'm missing here. The children are aligned, they should be aligned on the left. Cross axis should be here. So also this should be here, this one should be here too. So that's it. So the next thing that we need to do now is also this should be, we have to test here. So these are smaller tests actually. So this 12, so what size is this? This should be 12 also. So this should be 12. I'm just going to leave the other one. So I'm going to make this to be 12 too. Then and also the column should align itself from the left side, and then also duplicate this. So we're going to have two lines. So what I need to do is I need to reduce the height of this also to be 115, so that we can be able to have this also. So now the next thing I need to do is to, now this test here is a little bit lighter, so I'm just going to copy this, paste it here. So the first one will be bold. Yeah, so and then it's going to be bold. So I'm going to give it 6 semi bold. So yeah, so now this also, let's change the text to be, oh yeah, so, and then the color should be ash color. So let's see now. Nice. So we also achieve this. Now we do the same thing to this also. So what we need to do is just to delete the rest of this, delete this. So then we'll duplicate this. So I'm going to duplicate this. This is enough. So I'm just going to change the pictures also. So I'll change this to so that's okay. So now we have so also we can make this also to be bold. Let's make this text to be bold, so semi bold. So and then this to be semi bold. So that's it. Now the next thing, let's do this again. So I mean, still we're just going to copy and paste this. Now we're going to just duplicate this. So I'm going to copy this widget here and then paste it here again. Then here also I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to copy the container, holding it, and then also paste it right there. So exactly, so you can see, so we have exactly the same thing here. So I guess that's it. So now let's run, let's preview the app now. So I'm going to preview this. So let's see the results. So I'm going to pause the video while it's loading because it might take a little time. So welcome back. So this, let's preview it now. Now you can see this is it here. So this is the results of what we've just built. So this is the Spotify app here. So if we are to scroll now, so you'll see that this sliver, I mean it moves up, and then this is the only thing that shows up here. So now that's it. So if you scroll here, you can see that we're able to scroll left and right here. Also we're able to scroll left and right here, and then we're able to scroll left and right here also. So whenever we scroll down to the bottom, so now we can see the rest of the screen. So that's it on the tutorial for today. I hope you like my video. Please, if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel and also hit the bell icon so that you get notification whenever I release a new video. Thank you. Have a good night or day. So I mean it's night over here, so bye. Thank you.